I mentioned in my what and I eat in a day. I mentioned in my what and I...
Loving is easy. You have me fucked up.
Hi, hello everyone. It has been a hot minute since I ran my half marathon. For those of you that remember, I actually had a foot injury while I ran my half marathon, and of course, running 13.1 miles on a foot injury was not the best for my body. But thankfully, I decided to take a full 2 weeks off after I ran my race to really just let my body heal and recover. And during these 2 weeks, I still stretched every day. I still walked around, whether it was to run errands, to go to classes, to go to work. I was still moving my body, but I was not doing any type of intense or formal workouts. And so after 2 weeks, I was feeling pretty good. I knew that my foot was fully healed, and I decided it was time to get back into running because apparently I love running. It was my first week back into running, and I decided to document it for you guys. I actually had a very light week, took it pretty easy, had no expectations going into it. And I also chose not to run on the weekend. I also decided to include some of my breakfasts this week. I mentioned in my what I eat in a day video that I would always eat overnight oats before my runs. Things have kind of changed a little bit, so still love oats. But lately I've been in this like cooked oats phase. So I've been in love and obsessed with cooked oats. So you'll see a bunch of different variations that I ate this week. And on top of that, I no longer eat my breakfast before my runs. I've found it to be a little bit more time efficient to just wake up, do a light stretch, go on my run, and then come back and eat my breakfast. So you'll see that I go on my runs first, and then I come back and I make my oatmeal. I also just want to mention, I know that this video is being posted like in March, and this was filmed like February. I'm super sorry for the late post. I honestly just have been so swamped with work that I haven't gotten around to editing and piecing this video together, but I've finally gotten it out there, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Good morning, it's Monday around 7 o'clock. I'm about to get ready and go on my run. Have not run in basically 2 weeks, but I'm excited to get back into this. It is kind of drizzling today, which sucks. I'm just probably gonna put on a hat and wear an older pair of sneakers. No expectations for today's run. Honestly, just getting out there is the main point. I don't want to sit on my bed because I'm disgusting right now, but that run was pretty hard. I only ran like 2.8 miles and I was really breathing really hard. My legs were hurting pretty much halfway in, and by the end, every single time there was a red light, I like was desperate for the stop. Yeah, obviously it feels a little sad that I lost a lot of stamina, but at the same time, I think it's very normal and expected, and I gave my body the rest it needs. So at the same time, I'm pretty excited to start building up my strength again and start smashing longer, normal runs. Good morning, it's Tuesday around 7 a.m. I kind of like slept weird, I guess, because my hair, I don't know if you can see this, but like, it's like sticking straight up. Okay. I feel a little bit better today, or I guess a little bit more energetic. I don't know if you can tell in the way that I'm talking, but kind of similar to yesterday, no plan whatsoever. I'm probably just gonna run the exact same route I ran yesterday, and maybe I'll feel less dead by the end. Run is done. I ran 3.2 miles, average pace 9:16, which is honestly pretty solid. I once again was a little out of breath towards the end. At least it was that fatigue really only hit me a little bit later than it did yesterday. So I feel like that's a little bit of progress. I still feel like the feeling of my body and my legs moving as I'm running still feels really foreign. Like I almost feel like I look super funny as I'm running, like I'm in my head, and as I'm going through the motions, like I know these are the right motions, I'm going heel toe, but it feels awkward to me. I don't know. Overall though, good run, and hopefully it stops being so painful tomorrow. Morning. It is the third day this week back running, and today is supposed to be really warm. I'm actually so excited. I think it's it's like 34 degrees right now, and it's supposed to get up to a high of 50 today, which is honestly pretty impressive. I'm in a good mood. I'm ready to crush this run, and let's see how it goes. Today's run was 3.2 miles at 9:21 pace, a little bit slower than yesterday, but I think I felt a lot more comfortable today. Still was breathing pretty heavy and really fatigued in the middle of my run this time. Was not that bad at the end of my run, but in terms of the feeling and the familiarity with running, I definitely got a little bit more into it for the second half of my run. I felt a lot better, and yeah, pretty much just gonna keep at it at this moderate pace until I feel comfortable bumping it up. Good morning. It is a lot later than usual. It's 7:20ish. I honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't plan to sleep in, but I ended up sleeping in because I knew that my morning class was canceled. So I guess I just really could not get up at 6, and I ended up waking up at 7. But I do have a lot of work to get done today, so I'm just gonna get straight into this run. It's been super warm lately. It's around 40 degrees right now, which is amazing. And I'm gonna go on this run and hopefully not die. I would say today's run was a pleasant surprise. I ran 4.13 miles at an average pace of 9:17, which is honestly a lot longer and a little bit faster than I expected. When I got to the typical halfway mark, I was like, let me just do this loop, because what I have been doing for the past 3 days was just running to Central Park, running in a little bit, but then turning around and coming back. But this time I actually did the loop that I would normally do, and I made it, and I wasn't completely dead. towards the end, my average heart rate was still kind of high, 170s. Usually for my other runs, I'm like 160s, but I feel like this is progress. Good morning. I slept at like 1:30 last night because I was up working on a model for class that's due tonight. I have to go into work in like an hour or so, so I'm actually just gonna not run today. Yeah, just these things happen sometimes. Okay, so I actually just got back from work. It's like 5:15-ish. I was actually supposed to meet up with a friend and he invited me to go work out because his apartment has a gym. So I was like, oh, that's actually really convenient because I didn't get a run in this morning. So why not just do it now on a treadmill? I haven't been in a gym in over a year and I haven't run on a treadmill in much longer than that. Special scenario today, I'm basically just gonna go jog over there. It's pretty close by, and then get a workout in. I might do some running on a treadmill, I might do some weightlifting, and then I'll probably jog back if I have the energy. Okay, we're back. And I look kind of crazy. My makeup has like low-key melted off my face. Yeah, it's 7:15 now. I was gone for like 2 hours. I basically ran there. It was 1.1 miles and I ran like pretty fast. Got there, waited a little bit while my friend got ready. Then we worked out for about an hour. I actually didn't run on the treadmill. I was in the mood to, use the weights because I haven't been in a gym in so long. So I did some like weighted lunges, some makers that I learned from Caroline Dorvan's workouts. Those were really intense with 25-pound dumbbells. I did a couple of like snatches with squats. I did some Romanian deadlifts. Yeah, it was a really solid workout. I felt amazing to get to use weights again. And then after the workout, ran back. Sweat's getting in my eye and it's burning. Ran back, which was actually really terrifying because it's dark. I have never really run in the dark. Usually later in the day, my eyesight just becomes really bad. So I was pretty much blind running back. I could barely see the ground, could not really see the street signs until I got really close. Thank God I didn't fall off the curb. I'm gonna hop in the shower and then eat dinner as quickly as possible and then just get straight into working on this financial model that is due at midnight. I got a good chunk of it done during the day. Just have to wrap up some loose ends and submit it.
She said 9 to 5, I'm killing time, but 24/7, 365, right after be where I feel your sunshine.
Alright, so that was my first week of runs back after having not run for 2 weeks and having recovered from a foot injury. In all honesty, it was really painful and hard. I, made it through each run, but none of them felt as strong as I used to feel before all of this when I could crush like 5, 6, 7 miles, like 12-mile long runs easily. It was a little bit discouraging in the beginning, but at the same time, when I finished this week, I realized at the end of the day, everybody starts somewhere. This shouldn't be viewed as like a setback. I think it should be a normal part of fitness and running in general. Just the idea that you're not always going to be at peak level of physical capability because it doesn't make sense. Like your body can't handle that. You need moments where you ease back and slowly build, and that's what I'm doing right now. So moving forward, I'm just gonna continue taking things easy. I am not sticking to any type of strict training schedule. I'm not gonna force myself to run every single day. If I need to take breaks, I will take breaks. On top of that, like, I still have classes and work and midterms, and it's a lot. So I think it's unfair and would honestly be mentally very taxing if I expected myself to train as intensely as I did before. I want to view running as something that continues to make me happy and keeps me healthy, and I'm just excited to slowly get there and slowly grow. I'll definitely keep you guys updated. Other than that, hope you enjoyed the video, hope you enjoyed my oat meals and saw this as a realistic representation of life, and I'll see you in my next one.
Loving is easy, you have me fucked up. It used to be so